What's up, guys? I want to talk about something very important, and it's about the bulk. All right, so how far should you bulk and how to bulk properly without gaining any amount of fat? All right, don't be that kid that's at 19 years old, want to eat 7,000 dirty bulk calories and add on ton of fat up until the time, thinking that you're strong, up until the time you have to diet down, whether it's for a show or just to look good this summer, and realize that you didn't have much muscles, but rather you had mostly a lot of fat. Yeah, you might look good in a hoodie, but you don't want to just gain fat, guys. And you know what's crazy is that you need a lot less than you think to build good quality muscles. Yes, you do need to add a bit of fat. You do need to go in a surplus, but a 300 to 500 calorie surplus will be more than enough for you. And you know what? The slower you take it, the actually better the results will be. All right, there's something called insulin sensitivity, insulin resistance. Basically, let's just call it the capacity for your body to utilize the nutrients that you're eating. Let's say you're eating all the 5,000 calories, but your body is only able to use 3,000 of them. Your muscles are only using 3,000 of them. How good is that? Not really, right? That's not really what you want to be doing. You want to be maybe eating 3,500 calories if your body can only utilize 5,000 calories. And how do you get your body to use more? Is by kind of keeping your body always a little bit hungry for more. All right. If you just jam your whole bloodstream of 200 grams of carbs every single meal, well, this is just going to become, your body's just going to become used to it and it won't absorb it as well. Imagine a sponge that is just full of water. Put some more water on there. It's already full of water, soaking wet. What are you doing? Adding more water is not necessarily going to change things up. But a dry sponge will soak so much more of that drop of water than a wet kind of, a wet sponge. And that's just how you want to see it. And that's how the bulk will be effective for you, is by kind of slowly increasing things. As your metabolism is adapting, as you're eating more food, as you're able to handle a little bit more food, next thing you know, now your maintenance is at 3,500. Now it's at 4,000. Now your body's asking for more. You're hungry. You're hungry again. Oh, okay, now I can add a little meal. Now I can add maybe a bit more carbs. All right, and that's exactly how you want to see it. Here I am cooking for I'm doing my meal prep. Let me show you guys what it looks like. This is my meal prep for the week. I've got my beef liver that I'm going to be throwing on there. All right, so guys, I want you to understand that it's not because you're bulking that it means that all hell break loose and let's just eat whatever we want and let's just enjoy Rice Krispies cereals every single meal. There's a time of place for that. But if you're someone like me that gains weight super easily, man, you don't want to be putting on fat just to drop it after. All right, I'm planning to do more shows and I want to look good all year long. I don't want to be looking super fat. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying stay in a deficit. I'm saying eat your meals, feed your body. But don't go to a point that you are overdoing it, because the body reacts best to small changes. All right. And the speed of building muscles is one. You can't build muscles fast, or I would have got huge in a few months. I was able to build that much muscle in 13 years of training. It takes time to build quality muscle. All right. So whether you're eating 5,000 calories or 2,000 calories or 500 in a surplus, the rate at which you will be building muscle is the same. So with that being said, why overdo it? So now what I'm doing is cutting a little bit of that liver and I'm going to be throwing it in my beef stew. I was thinking of just eating the liver right away, but I want to kind of keep it in my meal prep so I can get a bit of liver every day, because the liver for me is one of the most nutritious foods. It's a powerhouse. And another thing I want to mention about bulking, guys, it's that your lift and your training do have to change, because now you're stronger. So you want to utilize the fact that you're stronger. Don't be doing the same stuff that you're usually doing on a cut. You gotta push the intensity, but it's the same thing. You wanna take it slow. It's not because today I benched 150 pounds. Can you imagine? You might say, well, you're so weak. Well, guess what? I'm coming out of a competition. I'm coming out of a 12, 14 weeks of extreme dieting. I'm not gonna go back on my 225 for 10 reps. It takes time. I'm not saying it's gonna take 2 years. No. Hopefully by next week I'll be back on 175 and then 225 and then going from there, all right? I listen to my body, and that's the beauty of it, listening to your body. How do you feel? All right? Do you feel hungry? No? So why are you jamming all that food? Maybe your body hasn't even digested well the food that you ate. Maybe the food sources that you're eating are not the best. All right? If you're someone trying to bulk up, you want to prioritize digestion a lot, tremendously, because you're not what you eat, but you're what you absorb, what you digest and absorb. All right? Now, let's talk about mini cuts. When you do mini cuts and you kind of do, let's say, either mini cuts or few low days a week, it's actually a good thing. A lot of people will tell you, no, you have to be in a surplus every single day. If you're bulking, just keep bulking. But at a certain point, you will reach a plateau super fast if you do not do mini cuts. The body likes being tricked. It's crazy, but that's just how the body is. The body gets used to everything. Throwing that liver, oh my God. Oh, smells so good. Guys, the body likes being tricked. That's just the way it is. It's sad. I would love to tell you just bulk forever and you'll keep growing. But you're kinda insulin, you become insulin resistant very fast when you're always in a surplus. So that is why I love incorporating mini cuts with all my clients that are trying to get as much of it of the bulk, and with myself. All right, mini cuts will get your body kind of like this dry, that wet sponge that you dry it out for a few weeks. And then next thing you know, that dry sponge is absorbing the nutrients better. And now you might ask, when should I incorporate the mini cuts? It's simple. When you are getting strong, when you are not getting any more stronger, but you're getting heavier, that's a sign. When your pumps are not as good as they used to. So let's say you go to the gym, you've eaten 200 grams of carbs, but I can't get a pump. Well, maybe it's time for you to stop eating that much and give that body a little break, all right? Go on a little cut. Let your body kind of get hungry again so your body can use that food again, all right? It's like if, let's say you're in a desert and you just have 200 milliliters of water. You'll use it so smartly as opposed to someone that has a ton of water. You might not use it as smartly. I mean, it's just a little analogy. Maybe it's not the best, but you guys got the point. All right, you want to make sure that your body always stays hungry, and as soon as your body is not giving you the result that you want, don't push it, because that's the plateau. You're creating that plateau. You got to change things up. And you know when Arnold used to say, shock the body, shock the body? The more I get into that training thing, the more I realize there's a lot of truth to it. I mean, it doesn't mean that you should be doing a bench press on your leg workout. What he meant is keep changing things up in terms of dieting. Even when you're cutting down, the body doesn't want to get super shredded to the bone, because it's not good for, what is it called? Do I want to cut another onion? No, I have enough onions. The body doesn't want to get that shredded because it's not good for survival. So that's why you want to incorporate those refeed days. Today I'm doing a big refeed day. I'm going out sushi and I'm going to eat a lot of calories just to shock that metabolism. The body is smarter than us, guys. The metabolism will end up slowing down if you don't always kind of give it a little bit of what it wants, all right? So when you're cutting down, incorporate those refeed days. When you're bulking up, it's the opposite. Incorporate those low calorie days. Incorporate the mini cuts. Incorporate some high and low days, even when bulking up. For most people, it could work pretty well, all right? What did I do the other day? Usually I would get 100 grams of carbs pre-workout. The other day, I cut it down to 50. Just because I was not getting the craziest pump anymore. You know, sometimes in my prep at 50 grams of carbs pre-workout, insane pumps. But now that I'm bulking, 100 grams don't feel like 100 grams. I feel like, yeah, I got a pump for 5 minutes. But guess what? It's because I'm becoming more and more insulin resistant. And that's why you gotta pull it back Okay, I'm getting a bit more fat. Let me drop a bit the calories, give that body a bit of a shock, and boom, reincorporating the carbs, and now I feel alive all over again. That's it for this video, guys. Leave a like. Let me know what's my body fat percentage in your opinion. I'm 3 weeks post-show, feeling great, getting back to life, getting back to my ground beef. I'm gonna make some potatoes now. Guys, microwave potato is the secret, is the trick. I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.